by the Home Office scandal, and one meeting was held on that in May at the GLA with the Deputy Mayor, Debbie Weeks-Bernard, and the former Minister now, Salima Malhotra. And I wasn't at the meeting, but some of my colleagues were, and one of the things that came out of that were people saying, we don't want this to be rushed. You know, this meeting, it's good to see this meeting happen, but it hasn't been co-created with the people affected by it. So a concern is that they will be rushed so that then the government can say they have completed recommendation 3. So what we've been doing is we held a roundtable session which was facilitated by the 2 co-conveners from Grenfell Testimony Week, who worked with they worked with Grenfell survivors, and they were talking to us about kind of what worked with that process and what maybe we could learn from that. And some of the things that came out of that from Windrush advocates who were at that event was that people don't necessarily want it to be called reconciliation because they don't want to reconcile with their perpetrators. They just want to have the opportunity to tell the truth and for the perpetrators to have to hear that truth. Some of the other things that came out were widening the scope, so it's not just about the scandal, but about things like descendants, like institutional racism more broadly in this country, the history of colonialism. It could be much broader than just the scandal itself. But more than anything, people wanted it to be created with survivors and actually reflect what they want. And it's also not mandatory for people to want to work on it if they don't feel like it. Maybe they've had enough of engaging with government, and that's okay as well. But it needs to be with survivor-led. And so we'll be doing more sessions on different themes to try and establish who would people want in the room, who are the perpetrators. The Home Office, obviously, but who are the others? The ministers at the time? Is it particular contractors that delivered the letters to people's homes, you know, saying you're going to be deported? Who is it that people want to hear their truth and their story? So we'll be looking at that as we go forward, and we'll be doing that kind of alongside some other work that I think other people are going to be talking about after me. So very much doing things in coalition together and making sure we're working together on everything that we do. And, yes, one last thing and then I'll stop. We are also putting together something called we haven't got the official name for it yet, but it's a scorecard to kind of measure the progress of the new Windrush Commissioner against 5 key issues. And so the key issues that we're going to put in there are legal representation for Windrush claimants, the number of zero offers and an action plan on reducing the zero offers, making sure that claims are being processed within 3 months, removing the MP mechanism, which is a mechanism you have to go to your MP to make complaints against the compensation scheme, or to, if you've been through a certain number of reviews through the review process, the final option you have is you have to go through your MP, and that means that if you have an MP that's not very responsive, then that puts you at a disadvantage. So it's a big, big issue. And then reconciliation or truth. And we've been working on that with some colleagues here as well. So we'll present that to the Commissioner, and then we'll be measuring what feels a bit too strong, but, you know, just making sure that progress is being made and that he is taking action on those key issues. I think I will leave it there.
Thank you, Kimberly. So that just brings up